Hello and welcome back for another Llorwyn Eclipsed draft. This is our second recorded draft, and we're going to have to maybe try some color pairs we haven't tried before, because the Slumbering Walker is great. I think it typically goes into the black-white deck, but I mean, it's so good on its own, it's going to go into, I think, any color combination that exists. Like, you don't need to play black with it. You're going to have two power creatures that you want back with Merfolk as well, for example. The next best card here is maybe the Wanderbrine Preacher, Cinder Strike. The Feisty Spikeling's okay filler. I think the Blackthorn might be good if you have a way to recur blight counters. I don't totally understand how to make a really good blight deck yet, but we'll see. Oh, and we select two, so actually we need to figure out what the second best card is. We'll take Wanderbrine Preacher just because it's also white. This is one of the pick two fast drafts. Black. So I feel like you can get punished even harder for not identifying the open lane. That being said, this thing's stupid. Stupid good. The next best card is Swat Away. We take that and just hedge our bets, because these don't all go in a deck together. We're either white-black or white-blue, so I think we're going to have to give up one of these cards. If there's an elf card in your graveyard, this is also an elf card. So maybe we don't take this unless we know we're going to be elves. We've already got two white cards. This is double white as well. Oh no, we didn't get SWAT. That was bad. Alright, well, let's take the black-white cards. They're the best here. This is a uninspiring pack. And I don't know if red-white is really a thing. We've seen red-black white goblins, and that seems viable because we've lost to it several times. And there's another Mist Meadow Council. I know green-white Kithkin is playable. We'll take that and hedge our bets a little bit, because reflexes is not what we want to be doing. Barbed Bloodletter also is uninspiring. It's playable. It's a combat trick. But nothing special. There's another Blackthorn. We can take a Spikeling here. I'm tempted to take a Blood Crypt, but we don't have anything to splash yet. And both of these are pretty bad. Prismatic Undercurrents and the Stalactite Dagger. I think Prismatic is basically unplayable, so we'll take the Dagger. The Recluse is the best card here. Ooh, there's a Morkant's Eyes. We would have to give up a lot of white cards to go elves at this point, and we don't have any other elf synergies. So let's take a removal spell here and a Rhymekin Recluse. Maybe we play 3 colors. It also feels too late to go Merfolk here. Actually, we would only lose 3 Blackthorns, right? The rest is playable. So let's take this. Recluse still goes into the Merfolk deck, even though it's not a Merfolk. Just because the bounce is so powerful. Catharsis. This is better if you have red-white mana to cast it specifically. We do not. I think we'll still take it. We're playing white something. I like Flock Imposter. Do we need removal? Our only removal if we're playing black is Bog Slither's Embrace. Otherwise, we have nothing. Okay, End Blaze Epiphany is great, but it's too late to get into red, I think, at this point. Unless we go red-white. What does red-white look like? It looks like losing these. We'll take Pyrrhic Strike. Two white cards. And now we have Klotchen Festival and the Sky Swimmer. Maybe Merfolk is still possible. We'll see. Wow, that's a late Goblin Chieftain. But goblins are red-black, and we're pretty far away from that. Well, Bree's getting played, whether she's a splash or not. She's just too good. How many Kithkin do we have? 3. Got Miss Meadow Castle. We only have 2. 1. 2. But any changelings are going to count. So Shapeshifters 2, we have 4. All right, it's going to be Bray, and I think the Imbuer we can get enough Kithkin for this pack. So we'll lose the Rhymekin Recluse, we'll lose Gravel Gale Scoundrel. I'm totally okay with that. This is a Kithkin, and this is a red card, so we'll take it. Kinbinding. Yup. So we're red, white, Kithkin. Apparently. I am curious how this Ever Strikes gift works. I think you want it in like black-white. I don't know if we want it in red-white, to be honest. So let's take another Kithkin. There finally is a Merfolk Lord. I think it's too late. There's another Kithkin, so we did pick it up on the Kithkin here. We have very close to no removal. The Catharsis will do 3 damage to something. And that's about it. We have what, the enchantment removal? We have had a very hard time navigating drafts. It is a new set, but we've had even more trouble in these pick 2 drafts. I feel like we waffle even harder, and then we end up with more disaster drafts. We do have 2 Spiral into Solitudes. Okay, so maybe the removal isn't as bad as I felt like it was. 5 is not bad, especially in this set. So we just need to find 3 more playables here. 2 drops are low and a little wonky looking. The Chaos Spewer is coming in. And I hate to say it, but so is the Dagger. We're not going to have other goblins. We have, what, 1 goblin? 2. So this would be like a 4-mana 2/4 almost all the time. So we'll play a 4-mana 3/3 flyer. It's either that or the Wicker Moth. I think it's got to be the Wicker Moth, right? All right, let's run it like this. 10-7 seems about correct. I think this is our first red-white deck of the set. We've done green-white Kithkin, I believe. I'm about to see how that draft went. O2. It went 0-2. That deck, if I remember correctly, had a bunch of Miss Meadow councils. Let's keep it. This is our best card, so I'm glad to see it. We can't play it yet, but we should get there. We have 4 lanes already. Ashling Rekindled is scary to see on turn 2. Yikes. It's a scary curve at turn 3. Already drops a 4-drop. At least we are playing on curve. Okay, he still gets the mana. He's got 6 mana turn 4. If he has a card for CMC 4 plus. Could be a trade. Let's get Bray out here. Still no planes for our Kinbinding just yet. If we play this, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana be able to convoke out Marrow Sky Swimmer, even if we don't hit a land. Okay, I don't mind seeing the Enraged Flamecaster. Yeah, Cinder Strike is good. One, two, three, and 1, 2. I kind of want to keep the Shield Bearer alive so that we can convoke out Marrow Sky Swimmer. Is that wrong? It's probably wrong. Let's trade up for a 3-2. Okay, well, we can still double drop. And we did that in reverse order. Probably would have been better to play the Kinbinding. And then made our 1/1 creature large by having 3 creatures enter. Maybe we'll see. Please don't counter. Just don't have a counter. And I feel like we're gonna pull ahead. No, he has the mythic rare counter. That's wild. Another flaring cinder. So he's hellbent now. Nothing to discard. That's the good news. Alright, this is free in terms of convoke mana. Let's get that out. Let's get the spikeling out. And let's convoke out this bad boy. Okay. What's he thinking? Ooh. He names elemental. We are in for a world of hurt. The damage done by Flamecaster is going to be no joke as well. It's going to be 4 every time he plays a CMC 4 or greater. So he can pump that once to be 3 power. He's also doing double damage with it. So he's doing essentially 6 power. The damage. So let's trade for our spike. And a 1/1. Too bad we don't have a card in hand right now. Because we could play our 1/1, still kill his Flame Chain Mauler. And rummage through our hand. Okay, now we can rummage. I guess we'll save that Kithkin for later. This isn't sorcery speed. I did not notice he had reach, but it's gonna work out for us if he blocks, because it's doing 4 damage every time that thing is triggered off a CMC 4+. Okay, let's make him a little merfolk. He can actually trade for our Marrow Sky Swimmer with his 1/1. Oh no, it's not an elemental. So he can't. We're trying to save our blight with the Gristle Glutton for when he attacks. He has not opted to attack yet, though. So eventually, we will sack 1/1s without setting up a jump block first. If that's the case. So here is where we can blight, right? For free, he's going to kill this anyways. Say goodbye to the Mountain. Say goodbye to the Sky Swimmer. Now I can poke us slowly to death in the air, but once again he's going to do 4 damage off that Flame Caster every time he plays CMC 4 or more. So that means we should probably exile it, to be honest. I don't think we need to do that just yet. He could play a bigger threat. Yeah, let's play the Feastling. Let's play Spiral to be mana efficient. And we can hold up Blight. Good, we're still seeing lands from him. I would be holding all lands if I were him. 1, 2, this doesn't look like anything. Let's do Gold Meadow Nomad. That's fine. I'll trade level 1 here. Cast a spell, so I guess we exile this now. Put this on the Gristle Glutton. Get our Prideful Feastling now. It's pretty good for him. It's pretty good. If he discards a non-land card here, then that would be a bad sign. So he can still have more lands in hand. I hope that's not 3 playables. Okay, that's an elemental, so it will do 4 damage per strike. So we're going to want to attack into it with our Prideful Feastling. And these guys, honestly. Flame Raider, okay. this. Full control. Light. Get rid of this planes. And make sure to create a Kithkin token at his unstep. Okay, the dagger is relevant here. I think we do take a turn off from making Kithkin to play that dagger. It'll let all our 1/1 creatures attack in, at least with the board he's got now. And if we attacked one with 5 1/1s, he would block 2 of them. 3, we'd basically be trading 3 damage for a 1/1. I don't think that's worth it. Here we go, Wanderbride Preacher, Gold Meadow Nomad, and we can play Stalactite Dagger for perfect mana expenditure. He will mill first if it goes to that. Garner a bunch of value off Collective Inferno. He's been trading 1 for 1 with his creatures for the most part, the same as if he didn't have it. Twin Flame. See, this is why I would have held all the lands possible. I wouldn't have played anything out. With Twin Flame Travelers, he can double the effect of Ashland Rekindled. It counts as a triggered ability, and he can double discard, double draw. That's 4 damage, not 2. Need to remember that. And now that he is a 3 toughness creature, we need to equip the Prideful Feastling or the Wanderbride Preacher. Ooh, that's going to be pretty good. That is going to be pretty good. Let's put that on the Prideful Feastling. Now I feel pretty secure at this life total. I don't know how he kills us before he mills, but it's not impossible, especially if he gets a double trigger off another Twin Flame Travelers. Does he have enough mana to cast all those cards? 4, 6 mana, he does. He doesn't play the card Exiled that is going to disappear next turn. That is highly suspicious. I almost want to block the Feisty Spikeling, the Imbuer. Is this silly? We'll find out. He's going to do 6 damage here. Please don't have the 2 damage to everything. Okay. I think we lose regardless if he has that card. Now he's got 2. Oh, this is legendary. So these can't be the same form at the same time. It's just better to make another Kithkin, right? Or do we play a Trampler? Play this on Twin Flame Travelers because this is other flyer. It's doing 6 damage in the air. Or we just equip the dagger. Maximum damage. Maximum life likely. I'm sure he'll jump here. The summit set. Yikes. Okay. Now we're taking 6 in the air. I think we put too many eggs in that basket. We could be taking 6 less damage this turn. Wanderbrine Preacher can still gain us 2 life by attacking next turn. Okay, that's scary. 8 trample power. It's just been added to his side of the board. So we're dead, right? Misplayed and we're dead. Unless we have removal on top of what we've got. So he'll do 6 in the air. Okay. We can evoke this. And kill him? Or no? We can give this haste. Can we give this haste? We spend 2 red. Yes, we can. So we just need to tap like this. So he has 2, 3, 5, 8, 11, 14 toughness. We would have 15 power if we attack with the trample. So let's attack with just the Prideful Feastling. 3, 6, 6. Yeah, only not enough creatures get through to kill him. 5, 6, 8, 11. We can block more. He can block. Right? Swinging out didn't make sense there. All these 2/2s get blocked. So let's see. He blocked maximum damage. He can block 3 damage here. 1, 2. These 2 were tapped. 1, 2. This was tapped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 attackers. Shoot, was he dead? Uh-oh. Because Catharsis. No, Catharsis wasn't a body. Six, 7 damage. Well, 6, 12, 13 damage. Okay. Well. Maybe we got another shot at it. Is it better to attack with 13 trample? 4, 7, 10, 12, 13, 14. No. It's better to do this. I can figure it out. This is the only 1-power creature, so equip that. And Bray. How this works out. We could have alternatively put it on the trample. Oh no. Does it go to 1? We do 1 trample though. We do 1 trample. Is that Xaxes? 8 damage and then 1 trample. He's dead. TD dead. He can't block any better. Unless he's got something in hand. Hooray! Oh man. No? Yeah. There's the trample. Woo! Good buddy. Hooray. So we have a good few ways to push through damage. We have our Kinbinding. That's the best way to push through damage. Makes a 1/1 each turn. Gives at least +1/+1. Very easily gives +2 to our creatures. And the Thought Weft Imbuer lets us attack alone. We can make a bunch of Kithkin. Ooh, this is... We go first. We have nothing to play. We got Mulligan. This is our best cards, but... They're not going to be our best cards if we can't play them. We can only play 1 card here. This is double white. We're going to have to Mulligan this again. Keep 5. Okay. This is a 2-drop. Do we just send back 2 lands and hope to get lucky? Shapeshifter? Yeah, I think we... How many red cards do we actually have? Just the Guild Weaver and Bray. Ones that we actually want to play early. And then double white, we have the Slumbering Walker and Marrow Sky Swimmer. So I think we actually keep 2 white here. Play the dagger. Play Festival. And then start attacking with Imbuer. discard would be so much more playable if the dagger attached. He's hovering our cards like he's thinking about blowing up one of our stinky 1/1s. If we double blocked his scout, then we won't be able to convoke out Sky Swimmer unless we drill land. So I'm actually just going to let him do the damage. If we do this, we have 4 creatures. We can still convoke out a Sky Swimmer. And he is green-black elves, not a big surprise there. We're going to be able to hit him for 7 in the air each turn if we get a land. And he doesn't blow up Sky Swimmer, which is what he looks like he's thinking about doing. Yup. Gets to attack for 3 life as well. We do hit that land, so let's get Viewer out here. Let's attack with our guy. 5. We either do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or we do 6 and have more blockers. There is the green and 1 colorless mana for +3/+3 that lets you draw if you played a creature this turn. That combat trick. So I think we actually don't block Starblade Scout if he attacks with our Imbuer. He's just going to straight up kill Imbuer with Embrace. Okay. Well, he at least had to weaken his Starblade Scout. And I'm going to spend our mana making a Kithkin this turn. Does he have a combat trick? What is there for 1 green? Blossoming Defense. That's one of the best tricks in the set. Good for him. But he's just keeping a sneaky 1/1 alive, so I don't care too much. And we can wait until his end step to activate the festival. The Loyalist. We'll make it a 2/2, so he'll probably attack for a lifelink here. He does not. Okay, well, he realizes we can make a 1/1. I was hoping he would not see that. He gets to trade a 1/1 for 2/2. Bree is pretty good. I think I will take a turn off making Kithkin to get Bree out. He does not have any elves to get back from his graveyard if the Loyalist trades here. Hopefully he's used up his removal on other creatures and Bray gets to live. Bray. But green-black has a lot of removal. The Bogslow, Embrace is common. Assert Perfection is common. There's the +3/-3. I guess that would actually be safe from. Okay, still no elves in the graveyard, so thankfully we are spared from the ping. We cast the card without paying its mana cost. I think that's high enough upside that we equip. Let's do our Merfolk. Since we have Kithkin payoffs, it's less valuable. See if we can get a CMC 2 mana or less card that we play this turn. I would take a land, right? Non-land card, okay. Oh, we whiffed. But it goes to our hand. He's just doing that pre-combat, wow. Oh, no, because it fights, I see. I see. I don't really want to discard a card to draw a card, do I? No. This way he's not attacking this turn either. Alright, let's just play Chaos Spewer and pay the 2. Essentially just get a 5 mana 5/4 out there. Can block everything but the Eulogist. The Eulogist attacks, we'll just take it. I think we're way too susceptible to a blowout. Blocking that thing. The only card we have that costs more than 5 mana is the Catharsis. So I think we want to sit at about 5 mana. Oh, okay. And that Vinebred Brawler must be blocked. Impossible, unfortunately. Alright, we can get the Feastling and the Spikeling out this turn. And potentially get some lifelink on a Crackback Foul Knight next turn. So he's going to be doing damage with the Eulogist. He can attack with Vinebred Brawler and the Eulogist. And he's doing 7 plus 5. Basically 12 power worth of damage, so we have to block. Now it's going to put an elf in his graveyard for the Loyalist to go fetch. We unfortunately have not run into our removal. Our one card that we can't cast for 5 mana. That's rough. +1/+1 in haste. That's not gonna do anything. 2/1/1 White Kithkin. You know, I don't think that's gonna be even better than playing the Foul Knight here. Play the Foul Knight and get some lifelink. Alright, we did our best off a multi-5. I think elves are just good. And he happened to have removal. For our bombs, we didn't get to play a card for free off Bree. We didn't get a free Bree. Okay, alright. Alright, how do we want to block here? He is tapped out. If we do this, he only kills one creature. No, that's not true. I think this is the best way to block, right? He kills 2 creatures or the Foul Knight. Or is this best, right? He kills either Foul Knight, Glutton, or the 1/1. He can only kill 1. 4 plus 3 is 7. No, he could kill these. Alright, we figured it out. It was not that complicated, but... Got there. Okay, land is not actually the worst. We need to attack with the lifelink. And we need removal for his flyer. We can't threaten lethal here. He's got lifelink of his own. And is at 22 health. Well, we have multiple opportunities to get to it, right? Because we have the Gristle Glutton. Our Sky Swimmer is dead. No, it's not dead. So we can play the Sky Swimmer. Potentially jump with it. As to blockers, we'll just try and block with Catharsis here. I don't think we can afford to trade. Yep, just gotta hope he has nothing. I mean, Kinbinding is good. But we're gonna die to that flyer, is the thing. I don't think we even attack here, because we only get this till end of turn, right? We need a 3/4 to block. Hopefully he forgets to attack with the Purger. He does not. So we're dead in 2 turns in the air. Okay, that'll help. That will help. Please don't have more protection. Okay, he does not, it looks like. And we'll equip this to... one of these fellas. Let's attack with the Spikeling first, actually. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do this. No, that's a scary card. 4 elves is a lot of elves. It's gonna be 5. Should we block this extractor? Please tell me he didn't draw action. That's unfortunate. Trample and indestructible. So he'll do more damage. But let's blight the catharsis here. This is gonna die anyways. Five is not all that different than 6. Maybe. Since he's gonna be at multiples of 2s. I guess. I mean, we'll see. 3/3 can block. 2/2s. We have got to apply pressure now before he makes all those 2/2s. Oh, okay. If I apply pressure, I can kill him. He's pretty dead. Okay, oof. Elf feels like a tough matchup every time we play against it. When they have those Morcant eyes and the wards, that even if you get to remove them, just bring an elf back. And if you have the wards bringing themselves back, that's rough. We literally played a game where the opponent had 2 elf wards. We destroyed both of them at the same time, like in combat, or like using tricks or removal. And they died at the same time, so I hope that they wouldn't be able to trigger each other, like they wouldn't be in the graveyard yet at the same time, but they totally were. They were able to trigger each other. They died, and then just both came back to the guy's hand, and I scooped immediately. That was rough. This is begrudgingly keepable. We can play everything but the Gristle Glutton, and we don't have a 2-mana play unless there's something to remove, but we are on the draw, so this could be a 2-mana play, and we could draw something for 2 mana, or we could draw one of our 7 mountains. So I don't think this is something we get to mulligan back, even though we don't love it. Okay, we do get a 2-mana play. Opponent takes turn 2 and turn 3 off. I think I would like to... What can he have? 4 damage to tap creature. Can he flash anything in? I guess there's only one way to find out, right? And that's either study the set, look at the cards, or just play and get blown out by stuff so that you don't make the same mistake again. He's got to have a turn 4 play. There it is. Okay, Gathering Stone. Don't mind seeing that. That doesn't actually affect the battlefield. Merfolk. And he's also got the Stalactite Dagger. That's a good sign, because that's not a good card. Might be like it takes 1 to know 1, and yes it does. Right, we get to beat him down here with the Foul Knight. Take advantage of him, basically. Okay, Yeah. Absolutely want to keep that for Kinbinding. Take advantage of him not doing anything to affect the board for the first 4 turns. That's kind of crazy. Especially Merfolk, you want to be getting early drop creatures out and then convoking them. If he just plays like the Sky Swimmer. Okay. That's pretty good. I don't know how he would have those two, but not play them though. Because he had blue earlier. At the beginning, did he get one at the beginning of his upkeep? I don't think so. So he's only drawing 1 card. Kinbinding, here we go. So just the 4/4, right? The 2/2, the 2/4 he would block with a 1/1. I guess he would triple block it. And we would kill a 2/1. That would be a downgrade. "13 life seems a little early to me to be jumping already. Oh, Catharsis is kind of nice even if we evoke it. I'm going to keep it. We don't need to evoke it unless it looks like we're going to win the game with it. Because we can't give it haste unless we spend red. We can spend our turn playing Spiral in the Prideful Feastling if we'd like. Ew, goodbye. Kinbinding. I think I do like putting this on the stinky old Grapple Gill Scoundrel. This enables some nice attacks for us. We didn't need to play the Prideful Feastling out. I was thinking we still had Kinbinding subconsciously. And I do like that because we can play Catharsis next turn for both modes. Make everything at least a 2-power creature with haste. And he hopefully should be dead. Borrowing a card like Winnowing here. Please don't counter. He's a snail, but he goes fast. Not unlike Mr. Turbo. This should be the end of Mr. Junk _. He may have 4 damage to target tap creature. That would not be enough. Right? Block 1. We'd still do 4, 6, 8. Maybe he goes to 2. Is he dead? So if he kills this guy, we do, and he blocks this guy, 2, 4, 6, 8, he would go to 2. Oh, okay. We're doing it. 1 more win. And we trophy. Mini trophy. 4 wins. Okay, here we are. Final match. We have only white mana, but that's fixed by Wicker Maw, and we have only white cards and colorless anyways. There's a mountain. Okay. The Wicker Maw out. Not the most explosive start. but we get a Kinbinding. It's awesome. We've gotten pretty lucky with drawing that in, I think, every game, right? I don't think there's really sacrificing black, green, and some black. There's blighting. So we play Spiral into Solitude on this guy instead of Pyrrhic Strike. We want to, I think, save Pyrrhic Strike for his, was it called the Morcants, the elf enchantment that creates a 2/2 for every elf in his graveyard. Okay. Bree, turn 4 is not bad. She doesn't have a big power creature to target just yet. Play cards for free breeze, like I mentioned. But she's still good as a 4/4 on this board at least. As a blocker, Gnarlbark Elm. Probably looks a little bit awkward to our opponent here. He can't remove either of our creatures. And do we actually attack here? With one island, can he do anything? He could double block our Bree and trade the Elm and the Informant for it. He can't actually if we play Kinbinding first because it attacks as a 5/5. 2/4 is a good attacker as well. I guess the Elm? Or so. Do we like the Walker or the Foul Knight? I think the Walker. We don't need to play this. Yeah, we do. To make it a 6 power creature. You could have removal, so this still trades for 2 creatures. We gotta attack with it. No, we want to play Free Breeze. But he's gonna have no creatures remaining. Foul Knight plus Shield Bearer, yeah. And we have +3/+3, and Death Touch is not bad for him. Oh, there's the Shimmer Creep. So can we actually attack him with anything? If we play the Foul... Yeah, because Foul Knight is going to pump the creatures as well. We're going to have First Strike, which is going to be pretty good for Death Touch to thing at least well. So this thing's going. I'd like to keep the Slumbering Walker back, I guess, because it still has a blighted token. If he blocks with the Emissary, then he only takes 10. I mean, he has to block if we swing out. No, let's just swing out, right? 5/4, so he can't block with the Shimmer Creep without it being a chump. And the Shimmer Creep is something we can blow up with the Strike. Harmonized Crescendo. That's a good card, but it's not going to do anything to affect the board. So let's... yeah, probably pump twice. +2/+2. And it's doing 3, 6. I think he's dead without even playing a card there. So we did it. Our first red-white deck, and it wasn't a disaster. It's a 4-0. I don't understand how to build effective decks quite yet. It feels like sometimes we get beaten by bombs. Sometimes we get beaten by creature synergies. Sometimes we get beaten by not having removal for stuff. This deck succeeded, I think, because we did draw Kinbinding quite a bit in Catharsis. So we did rely on our rares. But these also kind of needed, in at least one of the games, a Kithkin theme going on to be successful. These Feastling had a Kithkin benefit from getting first strike here, and attacking for a lifelink was relevant. Clutch and Festival making the Kithkin was relevant. So, I don't know. Is it a Prince set? Is it a synergistic set? Seems like it's maybe somewhere in between, and we're going to have to play more to figure out how to draft better in the future. But for now, we'll take the gems, and we will dash. Good games. We'll see you next time.